Hello everyone. Today we are solving a question on LeetCode. So the name of the question is array nesting. This is a medium level question. So let's see what the question is asking us to do. So we have been given an integer array nums of length n, where nums is a permutation of the numbers in the range 0 to n minus 1. So basically 0 to n minus 1 has been shuffled and we have been given this array. We are supposed to build a set S of k, and the S of k will be of this form: nums k, the nums of nums k, and so on. So basically what this is telling us to do is that you basically choose an element, then you go to that index and you get another element. Now then you go to that index and you get another element, and this process will go on. And because you have to get a set, so basically whenever the elements start repeating, you stop. Now the first element in the SK starts with the selection of the element nums k of index equal to k. So basically the first element can be anything. It's up to us to choose it. And the next element should be basically once you choose the element, you go to that index and the next element should be that, and that's how you go on, and you stop adding when a duplicate element occurs because it's a set. Now we have to return the longest length of set sk. Now let's see the example to see how this is working. So basically you have been given this array 5 4 0 3 1 6 2. So according to this example, you are first starting with element 5. You have started with element 5. Now element 5 is pointing to 6. Basically the index 5 is pointing to 6, so you go to 6. Now the index 6 is pointing to 2, so you go to 2 index. Now the 2 index is pointing to 0, and then you go to 0th index, and 0th index is again pointing to 5. So that's why you are trapped in this loop. So basically you are going from 5 to 6 to 2, then to 0, then again to 5, and this thing will go on. So basically the maximum length that is possible is 4, so you have returned 4. Now come to this. Now if you start with element 0, you go to 0th index, then you again get element 0, then you go to 0th index, and so on. So basically there will be just one element in the set, that is 0. And if you again start with 1, you go to index 1, you again get 1, then you again go to index 1. So this process will go on. So basically in the set you will be having only one element, that is 1. And if you start with 2, you will be having only one element, that is 2. So in this case, in all the cases, the maximum length possible of the set was 1. So you return 1. Now let's go to whiteboard to see how to do this question. First, we will see how to represent this using graph, then we'll be using disjoint set union to solve this. So here you can see that the element 5 is pointing to index 5, and at index 5 we have 6. So basically you can say 5 is pointing to 6. Now you go to index 6 and you have 2. So you can say that 6 is pointing to 2. Now you go to index 2, and index 2 you have 0. So you can say 2 is pointing to 0. Now you again go to index 0, and at index 0 you have 5. So basically you got this graph, and you are seeing that there is a cycle. Now let's go to the element 4. So you can see that the element 4 is pointing to index 4, and index 4 is being pointed by 1. So here you have, now you go to index 1 and you again get 4. So basically you saw there is another graph, and now we are left with 3, and the index is 3 also. So basically what you have is that 3 is pointing to itself. So you see that in this case, if you create a set, there will be only one element. If you create a set out of this, there will be only two elements, and if you create a set out of this, there will be only 4 elements. So here the answer is equal to 4. And now let's see what is the case in this. So here 0 is pointing to itself because it's in 0 index, and the same is true in case of 1 and 2. So you see that if you make a set out of any of them, the maximum length is going to be 1. So here the answer is equal to 1. Now let's see how to implement this using DSU. To implement this using DSU, what you do is that you basically do the union of the index and the element present at it. So basically what you do is that you start iterating with the array. First you have 0 and 5. Like 0 is the index and 5 is the value. So what you do is that you do a union of 0 and 5. Okay, now it's done. Then you have 1 and 4. So you do a union of 1 and 4. Okay, fine. Then you have 2 and 0. So you do a union of 2 and 0. So basically let me take the 2 node over here, and you do a union of 2 and 0. And then you have 3 and 3. So basically it will remain same, like individually it will be remaining. Now then you have 4 and 1. So again, as you have already done the union, no need of doing a union again. Then you have 5 and 6. So you did 5 and 6. And for 6 and 2, you can see that 6 and 2 are belonging to the same set, so no need to do the union. Like in the union function itself, it's done. Okay, now we have this. So you can see that this set, which is formed like this disjoint set, so this is having 4 elements. So that's how you're going to implement DSU. What you do is that you basically do the union of the indexes and the value at that indexes. Then once you're done with that, you basically count how many the number of times the parents are occurring. Like for example, you have the indexes 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Okay. So what you do right now is that you go to 0 and you say, well, tell me the parent of 0. Now let's say that in this set, the leading parent is 0. And in this set, the leading parent is 3. And in this set, the leading parent is 1. By a leading parent, I mean the leading leader. Okay. Now, who is the leader of 0? So the leader of 0 is 0. Now, who is the leader of 1? The leader of 1 is 1. Who is the leader of 2? So the leader of 2 is 0. Who is the leader of 3? Is 3 himself. And the leader of 4 is 1. And the leader of 5 is 0. And the leader of 6 is 0. Now once you are done with that, basically what you did was you went through all the indexes and you found the parent. And once you found the parent, you see that the number 0 is repeating 4 number of times. So what you can say is that the maximum number of time the character that is occurring is going to be the answer. Or basically this is the answer, and this is because see whichever set is the largest set, okay, that will have the most number of nodes. And you know, for any of the node, the leading parent is going to be a unique element, okay. So in this case, you can see that for all these 4 elements, the parent was 0. So that's why 0 was occurring most number of time, and that's why the number of time the element, the maximum repeating element is occurring, that will be our answer. Now let's do this for this. So the parent of 0 is 0. So basically you do union of 0 and 0, that will remain as 0. And the leading leader is 0. The leading leader again is 1 and the leading leader again is 2. So in this case, you take any of the sets. Basically you again do this. For index 0, the parent is 0. For index 1, the parent is 1. For index 2, the parent is 2. So what is the maximum repeating character? Well, it can be 0, 1, 2, but it doesn't matter, because if you choose any of them, the number of time it is repeating is 1, and hence our answer is also 1. So that's how you solve it. You iterate through the array, you do a union of the index and the value present at it. Now once you have done that, you iterate through all the indexes again, then you find the parent, and whichever parent repeats the most number of time, the number of time it repeats is going to be our answer. So that was it. Now let's go to LeetCode to see how to code it. So now let's see how to code it in C++. So I have come to LeetCode IDE. Now let's see how to do it. Okay. So as I described the algorithm, first we'll be iterating through the array. So here what I've done is that for int I is equal to 0, I less than n, I plus plus, basically I'm iterating. You know that for implementing DSU, you first need to use the make function. So here I've called the make function and I have passed in the element. So what I'm telling the function to do is that you basically make the element the leader of itself. Now once this is done, we know that we are done with the first step. Now we'll be doing the union of the indexes and the value present in it. So what I'll be doing is that I'll be again iterating to the array, and I'll be doing a union of the indexes and the value present at those index. Now once that is done, I have created a map, that is map intent. So here I'll be storing the parent and the frequency of the parent. So what I have to do is that I have to basically iterate through all the indexes. Now for all the indexes, I'm finding its parent and I'm increasing its frequency. So by doing this, what I'm doing is that in the map or MP, I am having a frequency of the parent and the number of time it is occurring basically. So once I'm done with that, I know that the highest frequency is going to be my answer. So what I've done is that I have initialized a variable answer with 0. Then I'm iterating to the map and I'm comparing it with the frequency stored in the map, and I'm taking the maximum out of it. So once I'm out of the map, like once I've iterated through the map, I know that the highest frequency will be stored in answer, and that's what I'm returning. And you can go and see the previous video. The previous video was the DSU implementation. So I've used the same code, and that's how you solve it. So now let me run it. Okay, and I'll submit it. Okay, actually it will be submitted because I haven't altered the code. So I hope you are able to understand how to implement DSU. So DSU is a very important concept and it is used in vastly in like many graph algorithms and stuff. So I hope you are able to understand this. So guys, you can subscribe to my channel and I'll be posting such videos regularly. Thank you.